I love when I'm writing something and I come up with an idea and I put it in as an episode and I'm like, wow, you know, didn't see that coming. So I love to do that for an audience, and I think it's why one of the things people enjoy about the show, because they just don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. At this point, the show has such great momentum, and for me, that's the challenge now. It's keeping it fresh and exciting and compelling, and yet keeping things that we've worked really hard to create intact. In terms of story, it's an interesting process. When we start breaking these episodes, it's always looking at our characters first. Where's Jax at emotionally? What's that relationship look like with Tara? What's his relationship look like with his mother? When you lead with that, then you find story that facilitates that. How is Jax being active? How is our hero being active? What's the threat? What's the conflict? What's the danger? What's the ticking clock? It's, you know, those elements that are inherent to an action or a thrill-based drama is what we do, then that becomes the story. For me, I like each hour to feel like a little movie, a little 1 hour independent action movie. Within those episodes, there will be story arcs. There will be the beginning of the A story, which is usually the big club story that involves Jax's journey. You know, you will see the start of that, and what's the conflict, and what are the complications, and what does he have to do to achieve that, and where does it go bad, where doesn't it go bad, does he achieve it, does he not achieve it, and where do we land with that story. And at the end of the day, you put all those things together, all those story arcs, and chart them, and that's ultimately what feeds your bigger mythology. I'm really grateful when I take a step back and look at the mythology of the show, and that's why season 5 was so important to me, because to me, that's the first season where Jax is sitting at the head of that table and is truly making the decisions and choices of a king. So that was the transition for me, and now really the final act of the show, 6 and 7, are Jax as that king making these choices, and is he capable of being a king? Is he emotionally wired to be that guy? The realization that perhaps one must become like a clay to survive and exist at the head of that table. You know, that was a big theme in season 5, that sense of maybe I am that guy. And I think that'll continue to be his journey, and then ultimately going to that place where we'll see the ramifications of all those choices at the end of the series. And is he successful? Is he not successful? What does that mean? What does that look like for him, his club, his family, and all the people that surround him? We are on a trajectory now with this show that the wheels are in motion and the stakes are high and the consequences are deep and the conflicts are thick. So the tension is there and it's just ratcheted up, and I think you'll see that continue through season 6. Thank you for spending your hard-earned cash buying season 5 DVD of Sons of Anarchy. Really appreciate it, and especially for watching the extras and the commentaries, because that means you're a dedicated fan.